Wednesday edition. Welcome. Looking over at Doak Campbell Stadium, you see that haze in the sky is currently going on. It's due to this controlled burn south of us in Wakulla County. Could make for a beautiful sunset tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Currently 74 degrees here in Tallahassee under those cloudy, smoky skies with a southeast wind at 7 miles per hour. And currently on the radar, not a lot to talk about. The smoke is not picking up on here, but you see some high clouds coming in from the west that's associated with a system that's going to bring up some rain in a couple days. And here on the radar, we're zooming out and see that system over here near Arkansas and Louisiana. We actually have some severe weather, which we'll talk about in the show later associated with that. But tonight in Tallahassee, you can expect low temperature of 55 degrees under partly cloudy skies, south wind at 2 to 5, and tomorrow 78 degrees with some light rain in the forecast. And we're going to talk about tonight on the show. We'll get the rain jackets because we have rain on the way. Those warm temps will stick around, and a live look at severe weather all tonight on FSU Weather Wednesday edition.
Tallahassee, and what a nice day it's been out today. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger.
I'm student meteorologist Zach Richards.
And we have a lot in store today. There's some severe weather going on in the southeast. We have some tornado warnings that have popped up here and there. We're going to talk about all that and more later tonight on the show. Absolutely.
And in addition to bringing you a bunch of local weather updates, we're also going to give you an update on the chemical wastewater incident down in Tampa Bay. There are some serious problems they're dealing with down there right now.
That's right. It's been quite a devastating event, and the impacts are still going to be seen for quite a while as a lot of wastewater has been dumped into the nearby waterways.
Absolutely. And, here locally it's been pretty dry, but it looks like more rounds of showers and thunderstorms are going to make their way in for the weekend.
Definitely. Hopefully it'll clear out a little bit. Maybe you can get some time outside, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's actually going to happen this weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately. It looks like Saturday is really going to be the brunt of it. We're going to get into more of that with the 7-day forecast, but potentially several rounds of heavy rain for much of the southeast, not just here in Tallahassee.
That's right. We're looking at severe weather in the southeast that we're going to look into. Some severe weather moving out of Little Rock, as we'll see later. And enhanced risk for severe weather from the SPC, and looking at that continued in the next 3 days.
Absolutely. Well, with a closer look at some of that heavy rain and the severe weather potential here, David's going to take a look at the southeast.
That's right, Zach. We're going to take a look at the southeast. But first, we're going to look at around the southeast, the different cameras that we have up. Gainesville, absolutely beautiful there, 82 degrees. And Atlanta, some puffy clouds, but those are fair weather clouds, nothing there. But when we take a look up here at Blacksburg, Virginia, it's looking a little ominous there as we have a system up here. And even Bowling Green, they're getting on some, looks like some thunder showers currently at 79 degrees there. And that's all due to that system that's moving across the southeast, which we will take a look at. Currently, temperatures are on the mild side across the southeast, 79 in Jackson. Over here in Shreveport, we have that severe weather going on, 70 degrees. And as you move over here to Florida, Tampa, 78 degrees. And down here in Miami, it is 76. So toasty on the mild side for the southeast, very comfortable out there. And as far as those dew points go, they are comfortable also across the state, pretty much in the mid-50s. 49-degree dew point in Orlando. Where you're going to find the higher dew points, though, is right in front of that cold front that is coming across the southeast, right here along there where that southerly flow is bringing that moisture off the Gulf of Mexico, where you're going to find those higher dew points. In the satellite, Florida, look at living up to its name, the Sunshine State. We've had a system, however, coming in here to the southeast, which is going to affect our weather in here in Florida. But currently it's affecting the weather in northwestern Louisiana, where they actually had 2 tornado warnings currently, and there's a severe thunderstorm watch, which we'll talk about later in our severe weather segment. But that's what's going on. I'm going to zoom in. Actually, you can see that line of showers and heavy storms moving in with that cold front, and you see the little heavier purples there. That could be hail and very extremely heavy rain. And moving to the north of that, up near Little Rock, you see Little Rock seems like it's passing you by, so maybe you're out of the woods now as that moves on. And yes, you are. That severe thunderstorm watch is to the east of you. And future radar shows that upper level low really cranking up there near the Dakotas, swinging that cold air in, and that cold front with that severe weather. The severe weather will lessen for tomorrow, but it cranks back up again on Friday. And here's currently for today, the SPC has an enhanced risk for severe weather here in southeastern central part of Arkansas and northern part of Louisiana, but everybody's getting on some severe weather because there's also a slight risk around pretty much the whole state of Louisiana. And tomorrow's outlook is going to decrease as that system moves off to the north and takes the energy with it. So there is a marginal risk for severe weather across parts of Alabama and northern Georgia into the western parts of the panhandle of Florida. As far as rainfall goes, expect some copious amounts of rain in parts of the southeast. Here we see the reds, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain. So yeah, these places do not need rain because there's already flood warnings up currently from all the rain they got last week and the week before that. Tonight's lows around the southeast, pretty much in the upper 50s to mid 60s, 64 in Montgomery, 56 in Jacksonville, 60 degrees there in Charleston. And for tomorrow, you can expect more mild temperatures and sunshine for Florida. But hey, what's going on in Tallahassee? How's our weather going to be for tomorrow, Zach?
Well, you know, if you look outside right now, you might be a little worried about tomorrow. It looks a little strange right now. Kind of got that brownish, orangish hue, and not just talking about the sun, right? But these are actually not clouds, at least not most of them. This is all just smoke, like was said earlier, from the Wakulla National Forest. We're trying to get the controlled burns now, so when things dry out in the summer, the wildfires don't spread out of control. So we have to deal with this little bit of, you know, stuff in the sky. It says cloudy with 74. It's really smoky, and once again, that south-southeasterly wind really helping to bring up some of those smoke particles. Smoke is too small, however, to really, the particles are too small to show up on the radar. Not really seeing that, but the clouds are always there, like usual. Over towards Marietta and Dothan, you can get an idea. Tonight, we're probably going to have some partly to mostly cloudy skies at times here in the Big Bend. All part of this massive front. There's a big storm system up there, up by Omaha and parts of the plains, and big severe weather event, of course, off to our west. Thankfully, no severe weather for us, at least right now, but we are going to have to take a look at that here for the weekend. 79 right now in Thomasville, 74 in Tallahassee, 80 in Bainbridge and Valdosta. These are your warm spots tonight. Places here farther inland, down by the coast, the water's still not quite where we have as summer-like, so it's still cooling us off rather than keeping us warm and toasty. 50 right now for your dew point in Valdosta, 48 in Perry, but you can see that moisture starting to get moved in with that system. Upper to mid to upper 50s, and even getting close to 60-degree dew points as we get to the western part of our viewing area. Next 24 hours, there's bands of higher clouds really start to fill in. Thankfully, no precipitation, though. For us here in Tallahassee, maybe a few scattered storms as we get over here towards Bainbridge, down towards Apalachicola, and maybe over a little farther towards Defuniak Springs. You guys could see a few of those scattered thunderstorms tomorrow. Wind speeds really out of the southeast, pretty much generally across the Big Bend right now. Not a huge big deal except bringing up some of those smoky conditions. The 3-day forecast, however, pretty much increasing rain chances every day. The temperature doesn't really change all of that much. The week ahead, really going to show you by Saturday, that looks like the bulk of our shower and thunderstorm activity with those highs in the mid to upper 70s. As we start to look into the middle part and, the end and the middle part of next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, things staying pretty warm, but showers and thunderstorms can't be ruled out, especially as we get into midweek. All right, David and Melissa are going to tell us a little bit more now about what's going on down in Tampa. A pretty serious situation down there, guys.
Yes, Zach, it is. As we've had this acid water was in danger of breaking down these walls at a plant, and so they had to release the water.
That's right. So millions of gallons of water were being pumped out a day. So just to put that into perspective, an Olympic-sized swimming pool is only 660,000 gallons. So you're talking multiple swimming pools being pumped out every day.
That is wild. Oh my gosh. And I heard that 300 homes needed to be evacuated earlier, but of course they've been cleared now yesterday to go back to their homes. But just pumping all this water, millions of gallons of water, like you're saying, the Olympic-sized swimming pool, that just couldn't be good for the environment.
No, they're expecting a lot of detrimental impacts, especially to the marine life there. So the Department of Environmental Protection put out a statement saying that they're working to deploy innovative technology to remove the nutrients from the water to try and minimize these impacts on the marine life.
That's good, but still, just pumping all that wastewater into Port Manatee is definitely not good for the fishing or for just the people who live along the water there. I mean, eventually have fish dying and stuff, it's going to be caused like quite the stink, I guess.
That's right, but they were definitely in a tough spot. They had to decide between keeping the community safe and protecting people's homes, and between the marine life in the area as well. So they were really in a difficult situation for this really detrimental situation.
Wow, yeah, people's lives definitely do have to come first, and so they did what they needed to do in order to protect the people that live in that area. It's just unfortunate that wildlife and the fish and everything have to pay the price for what happened.
It's definitely quite devastating. Hopefully we can try and save as many of those marine life animals as we can. Unfortunately, we had to do what was necessary to protect the people around as well. We'll see what comes in the coming next few weeks, see what impacts it's actually going to have on the environment and what we can do to actually stop it.
Well, hopefully that if they get a lot of rain there, maybe that'll help to dilute the situation. We'll have to wait and see what the weather has in store for Tampa Bay area and stuff. So yes.
Yeah, and luckily we are going to be expecting quite a bit of rain this week. So we're going to talk about that a bit more now. We're going to pass it over to Zach with a look at our national weather.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And, pretty dynamic weather situation right now. If you want to play spot the front, it's a great game to play, and it's really easy today. 55 right now in Kansas City. You might be thinking, well, it's early spring. That's not too bad. But over in Chicago, I mean, if you're in Kansas City, you're pretty envious right now. 73 degrees, pretty sunny out there, out ahead of the storm system. You see the cold air getting wrapped in behind the system, too. So warm here in the east, parts of the Ohio Valley down to the Mississippi Valley, warm right now. But, of course, we do have a severe weather risk as well. Kind of looks cooler right there. And we are pretty cool and chilly out west here. We generally have a big trough right now over this part of the country. Current dew points, I'm standing over the moist spots. Let's talk about the dryness really quick. Extreme drought still continues to persist right now over the desert southwest. We have a -2-degree dew point. It is extremely dry out here, not any kind of precipitation anytime in the near future, unfortunately. If you want moisture, Memphis down to New Orleans, up towards the St. Louis and Kansas City area, yeah, that's where the moisture is right now. Right ahead of that front, southerly flow bringing up that moisture. Otherwise, winds are pretty light and variable around the nation. There's that big storm system and the big cold front stretched out there behind it. A couple of low-pressure systems there, kind of as you get over towards the Great Lakes over by Chicago, kind of keeping things cloudy and unsettled, even if you're not seeing a whole lot of precip right now. Florida getting dominated by that big high pressure, though, kind of in control of the weather for the next couple of days at least. There's the big dip in the jet stream and that big storm system you can see right there. All those yellow and orange colors, a lot of really high cloud tops and water vapor imagery right here showing that a lot of water vapor has been, injected there into the upper atmosphere. So these are some really dynamic thunderstorms. Satellite and radar, not a whole lot going on right now in the northeast. Just a few light showers here associated with that upper level low pressure. There's the big kicker right there. See the spin as we get there all through the Dakotas, up through Minneapolis, and down towards St. Louis, a little bit more in the way of thunderstorm activity. Right now in Texas, pretty dry. Once again, behind me, the drought, but the severe weather right now looks like, don't see the warnings there right now, but just earlier there were a couple of tornado warnings there in Arkansas. Still have that tornado watch. Oh, there's the warning. Yep, it's still there, so there's still a tornado warning, and last I checked, that was until 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Behind me here towards Albuquerque, up towards parts of Denver, there's a red flag warning. Things are, once again, extremely dry. Storm outlook, once again, the bullseye right there, kind of where we're seeing the storms right now. Tonight's forecast, more of the same kind of what we're seeing right now. Really warm here in the east. Minneapolis, you're only going to get down to 49 tonight, so pretty balmy for that area this time of the year. Generally 60s, down towards the 70s, down towards New Orleans. Tallahassee tonight, 64 degrees, keeping some of those clouds around. But behind me here, you can see where that trough is and a lot of that cold air over towards Denver, Billings, Salt Lake City. The 30s are going to be sticking around and generally kind of cloudy and unsettled conditions. Looking into tomorrow, though, pretty generally warm, and it's pretty much by latitude. If you go north, it's pretty cool, but otherwise in the south, not too terrible. And I guess David's going to take a look now at our second local, see if the sky has cleared up any.
Yeah, let's look at that, Zach, and see if maybe some of the smoke has dissipated or been blown away, but I don't think it has because we're under high pressure and we have that sort of sinking air. It's subsidence and it's kind of just keeping the smoke from really getting out of the area. But today we did reach a high of 81, which is nowhere near our record high of 91 in 1927, and we had a low of 49 this morning. We started off a little cool, nowhere close to that record of 32 in 1975. And our average, a little bit above average for our highs at nighttime. That's about the average low that we should see on a satellite and radar picture. Not a whole lot to talk about here in Tallahassee area, but you see some higher clouds moving in our western counties there, the western part of the Panhandle, as we have a system slowly making its way towards us that will bring us some rain later on in the week. And we're going to look a little bit at that system. You see up here, this showers and storms associated with that, and some severe weather up here. Currently, we had a tornado warning earlier, but there is an ongoing severe thunderstorm watch through tonight for that area as that line of storms makes its way eastward. Temperatures around the Big Bend area, a warm 80 degrees in Bainbridge. Down here in Perry, 77 degrees. Pretty much warm, and on the mild side, it's actually really comfortable out there if you don't mind the smoke sort of blocking the sun currently. And as far as the winds go, winds are generally out of the south, southwest, depending on where you're at, but generally out of the south, bringing some increased humidity as the winds blow across that Gulf water and bring some moisture into our area. In the current next 24 hours, see that line making its way towards the Pensacola area in western counties here. I'm not going to make it to Tallahassee just yet. The severe threat actually decreases tomorrow, but it will increase on Friday as another system comes in and reinforces that one. But you see that just some high clouds and maybe some mixed cloud cover for Thursday, but not a whole lot of rain for us just yet. Tonight's lows across the Big Bend area, anywhere from 53 degrees inland there at Valdosta as you get closer to the coast. Here at St. Mark's, 61 degrees and 56 here in Tallahassee. Tomorrow's highs, another beautiful day on the mild side, 78 in Monticello there, Thomasville 78. Down here by the water, it's going to be a little bit cooler where you have these cool waters kind of cool you off when those winds are out of the south. Down there at Carabel, 74 degrees. And as far as the marine forecast, about 70 degrees with some scattered showers. South winds at 10 miles to 10 to 15 knots and up to 1 foot. So kind of a good day, but those rain showers probably make it not the best day. And you see in our extended forecast, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's rain chances really ramp up 90% on Saturday. Probably the more rainy day of the weekend, and then the sun returns for Monday. But right now, Melissa's going to take a look at Little Rock and show us what's going on there.
Yeah, so we have some rain expected for later in the week here in Tallahassee, but right now we're going to take a look at where the bad weather is currently going on. You see Little Rock is at that tail end of that front as that rainfall is moving through. That has brought quite a few tornado warnings and a bit of thunderstorm watches going on, a lot of flooding as well. That is making its way out of Little Rock currently. Taking a zoom out, you see that severe thunderstorm warning that is encompassing Little Rock at this time. And down in northern Louisiana, there is a tornado watch as of right now. So if you're in that area, make sure you're staying aware. Get to your safe place and be ready, and stay tuned to your local forecast office. You see tornado watch is in effect until tonight at 9 p.m. for the following counties of Bentonville, Caldwell, Grant, and Jackson counties, including a few others. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for many counties in Arkansas and Louisiana, and even a little bit down in Texas. For current temperatures, 66 in Little Rock, 66 in Stuttgart, and 68 in Pine Bluff. So those temperatures are a bit cooler behind that front moving through. Although we do have some warm spots over in Hot Springs at 71, and Mena is 73, and that rain is continuing to come through. Along with that front, wind gusts are coming through. You see Monticello is sitting at 20 miles an hour right now in front of that cold front. A bit slower behind at 11 in Camden and 9 in Hot Springs, and even faster up in Mena at 17. So we are seeing a bit of wind coming through with this front. You see that occluded wave cyclone is moving its way through the southeast. Jackson is getting the tail end of the rain. Over the next 24 hours, Little Rock will be clearing up as well, and that'll be moving farther over to the southeast and off towards the Atlantic. Then continuing on those 24 hours, by Thursday at 6 p.m., the areas that are currently getting those severe thunderstorms should be pretty clear. looking at clearer skies and cloud cover moving away, making up for some nicer conditions. Today's storm outlook, Little Rock is currently under a level 3 risk. This includes strong wind gusts, potential for hail, and tornadoes. So you need to be on the lookout for the rest of tonight to make sure you're not in the line of severe weather, to make sure you're not going to be caught in the middle of a tornado. So just stay tuned to your local forecast office to make sure that you are going to be staying safe. For our rainfall, you see there's quite a bit of rainfall going on in areas where it's already flooding, so make sure you're looking out for that. Turn around, don't drown. As for the week ahead, there is some more chances for rainfall, but hopefully you'll have a few clear days here and there, keeping with highs in the 70s and lows in the high 40s to low to mid 50s. But now we're going to move back over to Florida to see what's going on for our Sunshine State.
Thanks, Melissa. You know, it's our favorite state, the Sunshine State, even when it chooses not to be so sunny. Dew points right now across Florida are fairly moist, especially as we get over here at Tallahassee up towards Pensacola. You know, more moisture necessarily than some places in South Florida. That's pretty rare. You know, we've had a front come through. It's been pretty dry relatively across Florida the last several days, but the moisture will now start to return. We're getting the southerly flow up through the whole state. Satellite and radar looks pretty clear right now, but some signs of what's to come with those higher clouds, especially from Pensacola up towards Tallahassee tonight. A few high clouds also down here around Miami. We have a few showers if you're making your way down to the towards Cuba there, but well offshore and not really affecting anything here inland. Florida for Miami looking right now 82 for Thursday, for Friday, and 83 for Saturday. So pretty nice and a very stable weather pattern, nice and dry and sunny there in South Florida, just the way we like it. Satellite and radar also right now over Central Florida. Just picking up some ground clutter right there. That is not any kind of precipitation. It's still clear, still sunny, nice place to see the sunset. Tampa, once again, also with that nice, stable, dry forecast, 85, mid-80s by the time we get into the weekend. So starting to warm up a little bit, but it can get oh so much worse, as we know. Orlando, this is where we're starting to get really warm here in the very middle part of the state with those upper 80s. Probably will get close to 90 degrees by the weekend. Still keeping those rain chances low, though, so if you do want to end up going to those theme parks, weather will cooperate for you. Over in Jacksonville, once again tonight, down towards Palm Coast, Daytona Beach. It's an excellent night to spend out on walking on the beach. It's not terribly warm. 85 for Thursday and Friday again, and 86 by Saturday. But we do have the introduction of some of those thunderstorms by the time we get into Saturday, and we expect those to continue for Sunday as well. Now, here farther over by Defuniak Springs, down towards Panama City, here we can start to see some of these clouds pushing in, and the weather will be much wetter as we get 78, 77, 73. The temperatures are pretty nice. What's maybe not so nice if you don't enjoy the thunderstorms, 3 straight days of a pretty decent chance, somewhere in the mid to high 80s of thunderstorms as we get through the weekend. So, you know, just keep that in mind if you do happen to want to go out to the beach or do some exploring around town. Tonight across Florida, generally 60s, low to mid 60s, and then as we get down here, 68 in Miami and 73, of course, in Key West, where things never really seem to cool off there in the middle of the Gulf. And tomorrow, 80s generally across the state, with the exception of Tallahassee and Pensacola, where some of those rain chances will be higher. All right, Melissa, we're going to pass it back to her, and she's going to take a last look at our local.
That's right. So we're taking a look over Doak Campbell Stadium, and that smoke really hasn't cleared up a whole lot. Still seeing quite hazy skies from those controlled burns going down in Wakulla County. As that sunset is starting to go down, it should end up being a pretty nice sunset tonight. For our current temperatures, it's 74 degrees and not necessarily cloudy, but it is quite smoky out there with a little bit of a breeze coming through. For Wednesday's temperature, 74 in Tallahassee, 72 in Apalachicola, a bit warmer actually up north with 80 in Bainbridge and 77 in Thomasville. So seeing those warm temperatures before that cold front manages to make it here. Our dew points aren't the greatest, but they're not like horrible either. 55 in Tallahassee, 58 in Apalachicola, and 54 in Bainbridge. So a little bit of humidity going on, but it could be a lot worse for this time of year. Our satellite showing those clear skies, some upper level clouds making their way through, but over the course of the day, pretty clear skies, not seeing much cloud cover at all. Zooming out to look at the rest of the nation, though, see that cold front making its way through. That rain is coming across the southeast, bringing those severe thunderstorms and tornado watches. And that will make its way over to Tallahassee in the next few days. You see Tallahassee has that high pressure over it right now that is stopping those storms from making their way over Tallahassee right now. But that will change over the next few days, and we will begin to get some rainfall. Over the next 24 hours, see that cloud cover increasing by 6:30 a.m. on Thursday, and some small showers coming through over the next 24 hours, seeing around 6 p.m. on Thursday. For tonight, 55 degrees and partly cloudy, a little bit of a wind coming through, but overall, a pretty nice night if you're planning on going out. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., 57 degrees, at noon 72, and warming up to 76 by 5 p.m., where we'll start seeing those showers as that front makes its way closer. For tomorrow's storm outlook, Tallahassee is under a thunderstorm watch or outlook, so that's not looking at any really severe weather, but it is showing that we will have some thunderstorms to look out for. For the week ahead, 78 on Thursday, 77 on Friday, and 77 on Saturday. And see those storms are really moving through. We're going to have a lot of rain this week. Not really any clear days. You see thunderstorms. Most of that rain is going to come through on Saturday. But we're still looking at pretty warm temperatures despite this cold front moving through, sticking at high 70s and getting into the low 80s by the beginning of next week, but staying in the lows of 50s and 60s. So be on the lookout for storms over the next week. Now we're going to turn it over to Zach and David for our closing desk.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, April showers bring those May flowers. Isn't that right, Zach?
Absolutely. You know, we have to grit and bear it if we want summer to come, which here in Florida, you know, I'm fine with right now, if I'm being completely honest. But we know it's coming. It's unavoidable. Every day we can keep, especially that's Easter or after Easter, that we are not 90 degrees, I am very happy about.
Yes, same here. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep those temperatures in the upper 70s through the weekend until we get to like the beginning of next week, where we have the temperatures sort of creeping up into the low 80s, which is still comfortable to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad, but see, here's your trade-off too this time of the year. If you want it to be comfortable temperature-wise, you got to put up with the showers and thunderstorms.
Absolutely, and so hopefully we don't have anything severe come through here in Tallahassee this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully not. You know, looks like we're probably going to get that chance. Some, you know, models and the SPC is already starting to highlight it. You know, Saturday into Sunday, both days could potentially be bringing some severe weather to our area. So something we'll have to watch out for.
Definitely, and if we have a 90% chance of rain, it's definitely indoor activities this weekend. Remember to follow us, like us on Facebook, and send us any pictures that you may have.
Absolutely. You know, we always appreciate you watching us live on YouTube, even if you're not in Tallahassee, anywhere in the world, youtube.com/FSU Weather.
And like I said, send us some pictures and follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
Absolutely. You know, we get some weather pictures. We'll keep putting them on the show, and you just give us the weather from your point of view.
Absolutely. We'd enjoy doing that.
Absolutely. It gives us something to talk about on the desk. You know, not every day is a wonderful, awesome day of exciting weather. So from all of us here at FSU Weather, we thank you for watching our Thursday edition tonight. I'm student meteorologist Zach Richards.
I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Have a great evening and join us tomorrow.